Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you my very first Outlaws of Thunder Junction deck. This is our Magda the Hoardmaster treasure deck. We don't have much here from Thunder Junction, but we do have Strike It Rich, which can make us a treasure. So what we're looking to do is abuse Magda's static ability with cards like Strike It Rich, Goldvein Hydra to make a bunch of treasures when it dies, all to power out a bunch of 4/4 flying dragons with haste. See if this resolves. The idea here is Goldvein Hydra gives us a legitimate threat that if our opponent does answer it with something that doesn't exile it, then looks like we might be up against the main zoo. Then we'll get some treasures to then turn into more dragons. Well, this is a Hydra, but you know what I mean, more threats. So we're playing Ragavan and Strike It Rich early to set up our treasure token production. Let's say it, put it like that. Field of Ruin. Okay, so we can Field of Ruin this, and then make Strike It Rich. That would be nice for. Looks like our opponent might have a Bowmasters. I think that's what we'll do. We'll set up for a big Goldvein Hydra coming up soon. Yep. So one thing about Strike It Rich is, yeah, we only get a one-time treasure out of it, but it doesn't die to Bowmasters like a lot of mana dorks do. And sometimes you only need the one. See if they counter this. Nope. Yep. Bowmasters. So next turn, we have a lot of removal plus a threat. So I added Cavern of Souls to this deck finally. I didn't used to play it in my Dragons deck, thinking that our Domri would be good enough, but now that I have them, they dropped in price enough. I bought some. I feel like might as well put them in the deck. So if we draw one here, we can run out a Goldvein into this open blue mana that our opponent has. Another Utopia Sprawl. So we're getting closer and closer to a giant Goldvein Hydra. Magda would have been good there. So when you commit a crime, you can target your opponent. So Stomp targets our opponent. We do kind of want to get this Utopia Sprawl down, but I don't want to go fetch shock for it. They probably have another Bowmasters, to be honest. So we will do red again. And we could go ahead and Stomp and then have mana open, but I think we're going to wait and just lose the mana. I mean, this is bad, like as far as efficiency goes, but our opponent isn't putting a lot of pressure on us. We have multiple interaction spells here. If they tap out, we can try to Bowmasters into grow their army. We can kill it. Doesn't look like they have that. So I'll take another hit. We'll Stomp something at the end of the turn. They did play another. They played a Swamp, so now they can go ahead and run out another Bowmasters if they have it. Wow, all the Utopia Sprawls. I don't really want to run out this Goldvein Hydra into a counterspell. So we'll go ahead and cast Bone Crusher Giant. It resolves, so that must mean they have a Lightning Bolt. So many Utopia Sprawls. So I hit the ground running with this deck, but didn't get to. Hopefully, I made it clear what we're trying to do. It's basically my Gruul Dragon shell with tweaking the Mana Dork part. And Kolaghan's Command. Haven't seen that one in a while. Discard a card. Ouch. So we're going to lose our Lightning Bolt. Guess we could have held on to that Utopia Sprawl, but who plays Kolaghan's Command anymore? Whereas Goldvein Hydra, I really don't want to just run into a counterspell, but it's probably what's going to happen unless we draw some more action or Cavern of Souls. So I tweaked the Mana Dork package to accommodate Strike It Rich, which I guess we could have cast last turn, and held on to the Utopia Sprawl for the treasure token production. And then instead of all the dragons I ran that I run in the deck, I've chosen Goldvein Hydra, and I went with Glorybringer still because he's just so powerful, even though it doesn't make tokens unlike Goldspan Dragon. But Goldspan Dragon, while making a treasure token. Okay, so we can run out at Ragavan and dash it in and maybe force their hand a little bit. Because we have so much mana, so we can do Ragavan, and then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, make a 5/5 Goldvein. But then it won't be able to attack. If we do run out the Goldvein, then they... Okay, here comes the Bowmasters, yep. A little bit awkward that we had to play the Goldvein after combat, since it does have haste. And we're taking quite a bit, and it's only a 5/5, right? So it dies to a lot of things, like Unholy Heat, double Lightning Bolt. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. We will block one of the Bowmasters, although that can die to Bolt / another Orcish Bowmasters. Doesn't look like they have it. So give me something good off the top deck. Strike It Rich, not quite what we were hoping for. So I think we're going to go just swing in. I mean, if they block and have a bolt, that's bad for us, but if they had the bolt, you'd think they would have attacked last turn. But maybe not. Maybe they have double Bowmasters. Maybe they have a handful of counter magic that we've managed to sneak through. Here comes a Snapcaster Mage for Kolaghan's Command to finish off the Goldvein and make us discard a card, I imagine. Or maybe to get the Bowmasters back. Will make us do 2 damage to make us discard, or 2 damage to, yeah. Sure, now we don't mind discarding that. So we should get a bunch of treasure tokens. Now we really want to hit a Magda. A Magda could win us this game, and that would be really nice to see. Don't we have another one? Okay. Alright, we would really love to hit a Magda right now. We have 2, 3, we can make 2 4/4 dragons, which in a deck that plays black and Fatal Push might not be that great, but I would love to see Magda in action to see if it is good enough. Of course, Magda would have to resolve, and our opponent didn't have kill spells. Maybe they're not playing any counter magic. Here comes another Bowmasters. Granted, they got one back from the library, but that's the second one. Yeah, sure. It's dead. So are we soon if we don't top deck something good. Opponent's just tempoing us out with these little dings with Bowmasters plus Kolaghan's Command. Has been pretty good for them. Haven't seen that one in a while. And we haven't drawn terrible or anything like that, but yeah, we would really like to see that Magda. Paseju. I think we're probably just dead. We don't really have any live draws to get us out of this board state, even if they don't kill us by hitting when they hit us to 1. Sure. Have our Paseju. Nope, can't take it, but you can see it. And Snapcaster for Lightning Bolt, sure. Alright, so this is an old school Grixis deck with Bowmasters apparently. What do we want to bring in against that? Well, opponent scoops it up. Boo! That's what you get in the free zone. People don't really want to play another game against something that is a little bit janky. Or maybe they just have to go.
This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and this has been another edition of Dragons and Modern. Be sure to go to my site and check out all of my original Magic the Gathering content, where I post articles and video of my janky modern brews in my commander decks. I'm also publishing a couple chapters every month for my science fiction fantasy novel called The Pod Kind. Check me out on YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you on the next one.